The biggest game in the NFL for week 2 is not Sunday night football. It's not Monday night football. It's the late afternoon game here in Vegas. Of course, that would be Kansas City and Philadelphia. Two teams that played for the Super Bowl title last year, two teams that played for the Super Bowl title 3 years ago, and two teams that might play for the Super Bowl title again this year. Early season showdown at Arrowhead. Let's break it down. Teddy covers with a big game breakdown for KC and Philly. Right now, looking at the Odds Logic live odds screen. Get a free 7-day trial of the Odds Logic live odds screen. oddslogic.com/Teddy. Free 7-day all access. If you haven't done it, try it. It's a really good product. I got it running on my the screen here pretty much 24/7. But looking at the Odds Logic live odds screen right now, I'm seeing Philly -1 at most books. There are a couple of 1.5s out there. Total sitting 47 as the prevailing number. And certainly we think about Kansas City's last two games. All right. They got bombed in the Super Bowl, and then they just lost as favorites to the LA Chargers in week 1 down in Sao Paulo in Brazil. Circle the wagons time for KC? Well, and the other question you have to, how much is home field? I mean, I usually use 1.5 points for home field. This is a week where home field edge might be worth a little bit more. Certainly a game where home field edge might be worth a little bit more for Kansas City, given the circumstances. You know, played in Brazil last week, lost to the Phillies in the Super Bowl last year. Now they get them on their home field. It's one of those spots where you got to go, yeah, maybe it is worth a little bit more. And, you know, when you read the quotes from Kansas City after last week and Patrick Mahomes, this will be a big lesson for us. They definitely came out with more energy than we did. We've got to get better from the start. And they had that missed extra point that led to a missed 2-point conversion. They were chasing those points all game. It mattered a lot. And of course, we're talking about a team that has all kinds of injuries at the receiving core. You know, whether it's Rashee Rice suspended, whether it's Jalen Royals out with a knee injury, whether Xavier Worthy, who collided with Travis Kelce last week, not likely to play here. So, from a receiving and best weapon standpoint, Kansas City does have some concerns in this ballgame. But that's more than reflected in the point spread. All right? Certainly, when we're talking about a team that's 13-0 straight up their last 13 at home, they're underdogs. In this game, it tells us that the markets have adjusted to Kansas City's injuries. I've got concerns here about Saquon Barkley, but I'm going to talk about them in a minute. First, I got to ask you guys a simple favor. If you like this type of breakdown, hit that like button. Thanks. That's all I ask. Thank you. If you have time and want, comment below. Tell us what you think about Chiefs and Eagles. And of course, if you haven't done so already, subscribe to the Wager Talk YouTube channel. Well over 200,000 of you have already subscribed to this channel, Wager Talk TV. If you haven't done so, do it now. You get instant alerts every time these videos go live. So like, comment, subscribe. I also got a great deal going right now on my homepage, wt.buzz/TC, or just visit wagertalk.com. Use promo code TEDDY69. Easy to remember, right? TEDDY69. Get you 7-day all access for $69. That's every play, every day, every sport. I do MLB, college football, and NFL this time of year. Nothing more to buy. All 5% big tickets included. And there's no nonsense with it. Teddy69 at checkout. 7-day all access, just $69. This is for new clients only. We're really looking, if you're thinking about it, now's a great chance to give it a try. Teddy69 at checkout. So, for Philadelphia, you know, we had that weird game against Dallas. And that was a weird game. Nick Sirianni even said it. Some weird circumstances tonight. When Jalen Carter gets suspended for, or gets thrown into the game for spitting before, and then you have the long lightning delay and all that kind of stuff. And a game that had, you know, the first 8 possessions all scores, and then nobody scored after. It was a weird kind of game. But we saw a couple of things from Philadelphia. One is the defense was vulnerable. All right, CeeDee Lamb catches passes, the Eagles lose that game. I mean, or they're in a dogfight even more than they were. Some concerns about Philadelphia's secondary. Many concerns for me about Philadelphia's secondary. It's a rebuilt secondary. It looks very, very young. And there were open receivers. Dallas had open receivers all day. And Dak had time to find them. That's a concern moving forward. All right? The other concern I have about Philadelphia, on the offense side of the football, and I'm not worried about A.J. Brown and Devonta Smith both having slow games last week. The quote from Sirianni, A.J. Brown and Devonta Smith are selfless. And that's the truth. Philly's a championship team. The stars don't need to, if they're not in the game plan as much that week, so be it. My concern here for Philadelphia is Saquon Barkley, all right, who the offense is based on. The offense is Barkley, and then let's see what the passing game can do. Barkley had 345 carries in the regular season last year, another 91 in the playoffs. And when you start to look at the history of running backs, especially older running backs that have had, and not like Barkley's an old running back, but it's not his first or second year in the league. He's got some miles on those legs. And when you look at the history of the guys that have 350, 400 plus carries the previous year, they decline. They all decline. And Barkley against Dallas. Dallas doesn't have a great run defense. 18 carries, 60 yards. I worry about Barkley. I'm looking Barkley rushing yards under is the prop that I would target in this ballgame. Barkley under his rushing yards. And from a side standpoint, I could only look at Kansas City. Mahomes, 11-4 as a dog. It's a circle the wagon spot. And look, Philly beat Dallas, not Buffalo or Baltimore, or an elite team last week. I believe in Andy Reid. We've seen it enough for a long enough time. Real simple. Chiefs are pass, Saquon Barkley under rushing yards for the big matchup on Sunday. Thank you so much for watching Wager Talk TV. Again, like, comment, subscribe. Visit my homepage, wt.buzz/TC. Again, WT. It's weird if you've never done one of these, but wt.buzz, BUZZ, /TC. It's real simple. Takes you right to my homepage, or just visit wagertalk.com. Teddy69 gets you 7-day all access for just $69. Best of luck. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned right here on the channel for more quality video content. Cheers.